Alright, so I just want to go over cyberpowerpc. Build quality, like anything that's shocking to me. I have seen a video where somebody bought a cyberpowerpc. Not sure if he ordered right from the manufacturer or from Amazon. This one is an Amazon build. It's sold in Canada and the States. It's the mid-level with the RTX 5060 and the i5 13400F. So this is just mid-grade, nothing special. Like, there's no all-in-one liquid cooler like he was having problems with, where he had a dual fan, so 6-fan liquid all-in-one cooler at the front, and they didn't screw the screws all the way in. They're supposed to be these long screws where the fans go through and then connect to the rad, and that would have made it stationary with the fan screwed to the case, and they just skipped doing that for him. So overall, what I've seen with this one is not very much. I'm just going to try to use my little flashlight to make this easier for you guys to see. Like, the first thing I like to check is this, and I made sure to check that they actually use thermal paste and there's no sticker or anything, because I've seen those horror stories all over Reddit where they leave the sticker on the back of the CPU and they close it, and then they get terrible temps because nothing's actually keeping that. You basically have a shield protecting that CPU from getting cool. So yeah, like, if we look at it, like, the motherboard wire management is honestly better than what I would have done. Like, they actually zip tied it up at the top there. Going down there, that's exactly what I would have done. Threw it over the top. It's really not a good way to hide the CPU wires for the cooling fan. And then even down there, what I'm most impressed about by this is, I have never seen that on a pre-built before, is that they actually zip tied this entire section of cords all together. It is absolutely insane for the USB, the power switch, all that stuff. And they even zip tied this little guy back, that if you ever upgrade the GPU and you needed more than the one 8-pin, you would use that. And they actually even zip tied that back. For my last CyberPower, it was not built like this. Let's give her a spin around. Try not to drop it. So here is one thing that I noticed they didn't do absolutely perfect with putting the motherboard in. You can see that one spot there where it looks a little bit shitty. I feel like there was supposed to be another pin right there. You guys can't see my finger, but right there. And honestly, if that's the only thing that they did wrong, I'll take it, because if you ever built a PC, you know that you would probably screw that up too. And, like, the back isn't bad. All the cords are nice and jammed out of the way. This doesn't block airflow or anything. I'll shut the light back over there. And then the crappy power supply, which is not great. It's a shitty, like, no name that I'm not super pumped about. It's not even a thermal take. And then you have the spot for a hard drive, the spots for SSD. That's not the M2. That plug right in. I believe that this motherboard only has one M2 slot, but wire's good. Zip tied all back. Honestly, quite shocked. Now, almost anyone can just jam wires in the back when you have one of these shrouds. By that I mean this guy right here, that big long box, so you can hide everything. I'm just gonna set my phone down for a sec. With that, anyone can hide all that stuff. So yeah, like, there's absolutely nothing I would complain about. They actually use the proper amount of screws for the fans. Yeah, so overall, this quality isn't that bad. And looking at this, there is no extra M2 slot. At least I don't believe. Unless it's underneath where the GPU is. Nope, doesn't look like it's there. So this motherboard only has the one spot for where you can see that blue. So that is a little bit of a downgrade. I honestly wish that they gave me 2 sticks of 8 gigabytes of RAM DDR5 rather than the one, but if you are going to upgrade, you can always just try to find this match, and then you're at 32, which 32 is more than enough for gaming. So yeah, the build quality is actually better than I thought it was going to be.